In October 2022, a wildfire, believed to be human-caused, started at Minnekhada Regional Park. The park and surrounding areas were almost lost.
The suburban wildfire that's hard to miss from many parts of Metro Vancouver this weekend. Smoke from the fire burning out of control in Minnekhada Regional Park.
Fire has always been a part of the natural world. But in recent years, forest fires have become more frequent, as well as more intense, largely because of climate change. Today, we're headed out to Minnekhada Regional Park in Coquitlam to check in with Natural Resource Management Specialist Marcus Merkins and hear about what's been happening in the park over the last 8 months.
Morning, Nikki.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
How's your day going?
Great. How about yours?
Good. Thank you for hosting us here today. You work at an incredible place.
It's a wonderful place to work, that's for sure.
So tell me about the wildfire that happened here last October.
Last October, there was a wildfire on High Knoll. It started at High Knoll. The dry conditions that summer just made it the right time for a fire to take off. Well, when we head up there, we'll see how nature is starting to regenerate, and we'll see that, nature is coming back.
As the climate continues to change, the window of opportunity for fires in our regional parks opens further. Our forests are adapted to handle smaller fires like this one, but the fear is with hotter, drier summers, we may see bigger and more frequent fires.
So this is cedar tree, and you can see that the fire is starting to wick into the wood here. And sometimes when these cavities are too big, it'll burn out the middle of the tree, and then weaken the tree so much that in a windstorm it would fail. Fire is not something that destroys things, it changes things. The forests here are adapted to fires to some extent. Certainly not the massive fires we have in the interior, but small fires, they create openings, they change the ecology of the site. New species move in, and then eventually they recover and they turn into old forests again.
Hearing about this fire, I thought it was just going to be a story about devastation, but from what you're saying, it sounds like this is also a story about regrowth and new life and a resilient forest.
That's correct. Part of the objectives for regional parks is to maintain that resilience in our parks, try and support the diversity that we have here, and ensure that invaders and other factors that we can control are controlled, and then keep that level of biodiversity operating.
This is pretty incredible.
It must have been quite the firestorm in here when the fire was going. This is what most people come to Minnekhada to see.
Natural areas provide space for us to recharge and connect. But they're also somewhere we can experience the cycles of nature that reveal themselves through events like fire. Next, we paid a visit to Patrick Smith, a supervisor of regional parks operations, to learn about Metro Vancouver's approach to regrowth. Thank you for talking to us today about the wildfire that occurred at Minnekhada Regional Park.
Yeah, my pleasure.
We just came from there. We were speaking to Marcus, and we toured the site. We got a chance to see the damage and a chance to see the regrowth as well. It was really interesting to see that contrast.
Right now, a large part of the regrowth is going to be done naturally. With that being said, we're going to give it a little bit of a boost. And how we're going to do that is some of the areas right adjacent to the trail system. That's where the firefighters went off trail to create a fire perimeter. Those areas were really heavily impacted. Like I said, 50 firefighters every day. So we're going to bring in some volunteers, the local park association, and we're going to restore those areas through planting local plants.
Talking with Marcus and Patrick, we've gotten a clear sense of the delicate balance between human activity and nature, and a better understanding of Metro Vancouver's role with regards to regional parks, to protect and connect.